Good morning. This is an update on Girlypop's sweater. Actually, this is the first YouTube video on it. I've been posting it on my TikTok, but I haven't really explained what I'm doing. So that's what this video is going to be. I'm going to show you guys what I have done so far, and then I'm going to kind of explain the game plan and how I want this to be designed. Girlypop did ask me for a pocket shawl. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she'll wear it the way that she thinks that she's gonna wear it. So I did make an executive decision to change it from a pocket shawl to a cardigan because I have a feeling she will wear the cardigan more than she will wear the pocket shawl. So that is what we are doing. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the completed half that I have that's ready for me to show you. It is not completely lengthened, it is not completely widened. It is where I want it to be sleeve wise though. The sleeve width is exactly what I wanted. I don't want it to be any bigger, so I will need to lengthen and or widen and lengthen the body. Here is my completed half for her cardigan. I have the sleeves as wide as I want them to be. She is turning 6, so this is a small child size. I don't want the sleeves to be any wider because I feel like they'll be too baggy. I might end up tapering them. I might just join them into a cuff. I don't know. But I have it folded the exact way that I want the sleeve and the body to be. So I have my sleeves marked off with some navy blue stitch markers right here. And that's why I have it folded this way. And then I have my body that I will end up widening the body along with lengthening it until it's as wide and as long as I want it to be. I will have to add a couple, I'm not quite sure, but I'm not going to do that until I have my granny squares finished. She did ask for pink and purple hearts, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 granny squares down the back to help join it, you know, kind of like, you can't even see it. It's gonna join like that, but the granny squares will be in the back. And I'm going to alternate them. A heart, a flower, a heart, a flower. I'm going to do just a granny square heart, and then a retro flower for the back. I don't know how they're gonna work up. I don't know if I'm gonna have to block them. I haven't gotten that far yet. What the plan for today is, I'm going to finish putting on the rest of the rounds on this. I'm gonna put the stitch markers on it, just like I do this one, and then I'm going to start the granny squares because I need the granny squares to be finished so I know how long the back needs to be. I don't mind if it's a little long on her and it hits like even mid-thigh. It's not gonna bother me. It doesn't need to be like true jacket size. It can be a little oversized. But I need to make the granny squares before I know how long I need to make the rest of the cardigan for the extra rows. So that is what the plan for today is. I am not following a pattern. I just know how to make a hexagon cardigan. I've made one before, but I'm gonna get to crocheting on this. I'm gonna do some sped up stuff. I do have over 3 weeks to still finish this cardigan, and Girlypop's already in Arkansas with her mom, so we won't see her unless we move up there by her birthday, which is the plan. We do want to be up there by her birthday. Travis and I have been looking, and his ex-wife sent us a home yesterday on Facebook that's for rent, and I messaged the lady, and maybe we'll have a place to rent soon. So we'll see. It's 10:02. I'm trying to cover the kids. So let's see how long pretty much one round will take me. That is completed and attached, ready to start the next round, and it is 10:15, so 13 13 minutes. That's how long it took me to do this one round. All right, I'm gonna start this round. Let me kind of put it where you can see it a little bit. This is round 18, by the way. All right, it has been 15 minutes and 23 seconds that it took me to do that round. So, almost 24 seconds, but that round is done. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut this, leave a pretty long tail, and then I'm going to start stitch marking everything. And this also marks the side that I want to be on the back shoulder. So we are going to figure out how to fold this real quick. I figured out how to fold it. It took me a second. Okay, so this is 18 rounds, just like this one. They do match up. They are the same size. They might not look the same size right now, but they are the same size. This one is the one that is completed, and I have my sleeves marked off with the navy blue stitch markers, like I said, and my body is marked off with the green ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark them off so I can set this to the side. I'm just using my little stitch markers from Hobby Lobby. I'm just gonna pop them in on the corner. So I want to end on this corner, and I want these sides to be the sleeves. So this is our sleeve side. Ow. These are pins, by the way. I don't think these are actual stitch markers. They were what I could see at Hobby Lobby. So, $5. All right, we are all marked off and complete. So we have our two sides done. And they will be sewn together like so at some point. I just need to put granny squares along here and lengthen and widen. But we're gonna go ahead and get started on the granny squares because I can't quite show you guys. You know what? I'm gonna take a quick photo of this so you can kind of see it, how it's looking so far. It's cute. I'm gonna get started on the granny squares. I'm going to do the heart ones first. Actually, I didn't tell you guys what color yarn I'm using or what kind of yarn I'm using. I'm using Big Twist, over £1. These were brand new. I bought these in Wyoming before I moved back to Florida in like 2024, so they traveled with me. They've been sitting in my stash for a while. And Girlypop, like I said, wanted pink and purple, but I'm on a yarn ban. I don't want to buy any more yarn until we move. It's just way too much. There's so much of it, it's not even funny. So I am using the color Magenta. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Magenta in the over the pound. It is getting a little light. And then this is the color Purple, also in Big Twist, over £1. And it's just straight up purple. Just straight purple. Okay, I found the tutorial. I watched a little bit of it and then I decided that I can just start. Here's the tutorial. It is by Christine. It literally says by Christine. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but here's her YouTube, and this is the tutorial that I'm following. It's a granny square tutorial. Large heart granny square tutorial. That was hard. Anyways. So this is where we're at for the first side of the heart. It's a little loose, but I'm learning how to do it. I have to do a double treble crochet, so I have to yarn over 3 times. I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna finish the heart, and if I don't like it, then I'm gonna undo it and redo it. Here's my heart. I think I'll leave it. Well, I don't know, because there's a factory knot in here and I can see it and it's gonna bug me. I'm going to restart this and do it again to see if I can make it a little bit better. Darby, why are you starting over? Because I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist and it's a problem. Ask Travis. No, this is my first time doing a heart granny square, so my tension's a little off and things are a little wonky because I've never done a double treble crochet and it requires 8 of them. So I will be starting over just so I can kind of get the hang of it, and I want it to look nice and last. Plus, there was a factory knot in that one, and I'm going to try to avoid it this time. I also didn't put my stitch marker in the right spot in the first time I did this, so I wasn't able to put my slip stitch for the end of the heart in the right spot. But I put it in the right stitch this time, so I'm gonna keep pushing on. I messed up. I have to restart one more time. One more time, guys. 3rd time's a charm. I put too many stitches in my first round. Okay, I kept my tension pretty tight this time on the top of the heart, and I like it a whole lot more. It did take me 4 times. Now I have to start watching the tutorial again because I cannot remember what comes after this. I think it's treble crochets, but I'm not sure. Really quick, what I'm doing different on the actual shell of the heart is I'm keeping my tension a whole lot tighter than I normally would. Like through the rest of this, I didn't have to keep my tension that tight, but through here, I don't want a whole lot of gapping on the top of this heart. You're looking at the wrong side. I don't want a whole lot of gapping at the top of this heart, so I'm keeping my tension pretty tight, just so you guys have a tip. All right, here's our heart. It's all done. Ignore this little bit right here. We're gonna fix that when we sew in the ends. This one's much better. Like I said earlier, I kept my tension really pretty tight on these shells for the heart, but it's super cute and she's gonna love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep going on this. This will be the only one that I finish on camera today. I think I wanna get some stuff done outside of filming, so I'm gonna keep going with this and you guys will be able to see. Also, just so you guys know, I did not have to use the factory knot because in the first one of this that I did, the factory knot was in one of the top of the hearts, and I didn't want it there, so I obviously tightened my tension like I told you, and I didn't have to use it. So now it's not gonna be a little bit of an eyesore. But this is super cute. Depending on how much yarn I have left. I don't know, we might make a matching bag or something. I don't know. We still have a ton of work to do on the cardigan, so we'll see. Alright, so to finish this up and make it bigger, all I'm doing is adding double crochets around the rest. So that's what I'm gonna do really quick, and then you guys will see it and I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, here's the first heart granny square done. This took me an hour and a half. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. I did have to redo it 4 different times. Oh, my light died. Hold on. Here it is. Now that we have light. Yeah, it took me 4 times to do it. Here's what the back looks like. Obviously, I'm going to weave in all the ends. It's really cute. I think I might need to do more than 4 though, now that I'm looking at it. I also don't know, hopefully the flower is the same size. I might have to get a blocking board, in all honesty. We might have to do something like that to make these granny squares the same size. They do have a steamer, so if I needed to makeshift one, I would be able to. I have one of those handheld Conair hand steamers that I use for the blankets. I just throw them over my shower curtain rod and steam them, but it is very cute. It does look like a heart also. You guys can't see it as well on camera as I can in real life, but it's really cute. I really like it. The heart in this one's pink, the next one's gonna be purple, and the outside will be pink. And that's how the retro flowers are also going to look. I'm gonna invert them, each one, so each color will be the exact opposite of the one I did before. It's gonna look really cute. I'm getting inspiration from hexagon cardigans I've seen in the past. I'm not following a specific design. I don't know if somebody has done this before me. If they did, loud truck. But if somebody has done this before me, I have no idea. I didn't look for any kind of pattern for this. I just kind of started freehanding it. So if I'm stealing somebody's idea, I'm sorry. I did not know. But I'm going to end this because I have like 3 hours of footage I need to go through, and I'm not looking forward to it. Like I said, we need to do a lot. I think we might have found a rental. I don't know if I said that or if I'll include it in the video, but we might have found a place to stay in Arkansas until we can buy a house. I just hit like 80 plus subscribers on YouTube, and I am so thankful. My YouTube is something that's very new. I mostly recycle my TikToks and post them on my shorts, but I do really want to get into these long form kind of vlog things. I really enjoy it. I really like talking about, you know, crochet and different things in my life. I'm gonna start talking about Jesus at some point too. I was talking to Travis about sharing some of my testimony and how I became a Christian, so hopefully you guys can hang out and I'll do a vlog like that one day and chit chat about, you know, some of my story, what led me to Jesus and all this stuff. But let's close out with the verse of the day because I did it in my last video and I want to do it in this one. Today is Wednesday, January 21st. It's the 21st. Ooh, Proverbs. Proverbs is always good. This is the Holy Bible app. I just read their verse of the day to close out my videos. Proverbs 18:10. This is the King James Version. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth to it and is safe. So I'm going to read you the next version because it always gives me a different translation, so it's a little easier. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe. I hope I read that right. Again, it's Proverbs 18:10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably going to be a little bit of a longer one because there is so many moving parts, But we do have granny square 1 down. We have 3 more to go. The next one that I do is going to be the purple heart with a pink border. And then I will possibly, maybe, have an idea on how many I need to make. I think I'm still gonna need to do 4. I hope the retro granny square, or the retro flower, works out to be about the same size as this. I don't wanna have to block it too much, but we will figure it out. I will see you guys on my next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please be safe. Enjoy it. I don't know how to do outros still, so you guys are gonna have to deal with me until I quit being awkward. Anyways, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.